Ryan Forster had never been on a blind date before. Asterisk the single dad of a shy 7-year-old boy. Max. Ryan's world was measured in peanut butter sandwiches, school pickups, bedtime stories, and paycheck-to-paycheck survival as a part-time mechanic in a small Pennsylvania town. Asterisk he hadn't planned to put himself out there again, especially after his ex walked out the door and never looked back. But after much nudging from his sister, who swore by the woman she met through a local single-parent group online, Ryan finally agreed to meet her at Asterisk. Her name was Jenna. Asterisk the plan was simple. Coffee at a quiet little diner on Maple Street, casual, no pressure. Ryan even wore his only good shirt, the one that still had both buttons and no visible oil stains. He dropped Max at his sister's for the evening and tried to breathe. Asterisk at exactly 6:05, a silver minivan pulled up. Asterisk he opened the diner's door, nervous but polite. That's when Jenna stepped out, a beautiful woman with warm eyes, jeans, and a cardigan that looked like comfort and kindness stitched together. Asterisk but before Ryan could even greet her, she gave a nervous smile and said quietly, Asterisk my kids are waiting in the car. I wasn't sure if you'd want to meet them. Ryan froze, his heart stuttered. Asterisk not because she had kids, but because he knew exactly what it meant to be cautious with that truth. Asterisk he gave a slow nod, trying to read the moment. Asterisk want me to say hi? He asked gently. Asterisk Jenna blinked, then whispered, would you? Most guys don't make it past this part. Asterisk he walked with her to the van. Inside, 2 little girls, maybe 5 and 3, clutched stuffed animals and looked out like unsure kittens peering from a box. One had a juice box. The other held a wrinkled drawing with a sun and 4 stick figures. Asterisk the smaller one waved. Hi mommy, said you were the guy. Asterisk Ryan chuckled, nerves melting. I guess I'm the guy. Asterisk Jenna laughed quietly, tears barely held back. Asterisk instead of coffee, they got takeout burgers and sat at the park's picnic bench while the girls played. They talked about co-parenting being broke, bedtime meltdowns and dreams half forgotten. Ryan told her about Max and how I hadn't seen him laugh properly since his mom left. Jenna spoke about working nights as a nurse and singing her daughters to sleep in the car some nights when they couldn't afford rent. Asterisk there was no flirting, no pressure, just 2 tired, kind people, finally being seen. Asterisk as the sun dipped low, Jenna leaned closer and said, I almost cancelled. I didn't want to be another burden to someone. Asterisk Ryan looked at her. Steady, you're not a burden, you're a blessing waiting for the right person to notice. Asterisk the next day, Ryan brought Max to meet the girls at the park. They ran off, together like old friends, sharing chips and secrets, building sandcastles with the same eagerness that only children know. Asterisk Jenna watched, stunned, as Max helped her youngest up the slide, gently saying, don't worry, I'll catch you. And Jenna, strong, exhausted Jenna, cried not because she was broken, but because someone finally made space for her whole messy, beautiful life. Asterisk from that day on, they weren't just 2 single parents surviving the storm. They were slowly building a home, 1 picnic, 1 school pickup, 1 bedtime story at a time. Asterisk, and in a world so quick to swipe away what seems complicated, they chose to stay, to show up, not because it was easy but because it was worth it. Weeks passed, and what began as a simple meeting at a diner turned into something deeper, something steady. Jenna and Ryan never rushed anything. They couldn't afford to. Their kids came first, always, but something remarkable happened in that slow, quiet unfolding. Asterisk Ryan started inviting Jenna and her daughters over on weekends. He and Max would make pancakes, and the girls would bring their mismatched tea set. Their living room turned into a blanket fort battleground, a movie theater, and sometimes a quiet spot for Jenna to nap on the couch while Ryan kept the kids busy. Asterisk one night, after a particularly long day, Jenna fell asleep mid-sentence on the recliner. Ryan covered her with Max's superhero blanket and sat nearby, watching the kids color at the table. Asterisk Max looked up at him and asked, is she going to stay, Dad? Asterisk Ryan hesitated, then nodded. I hope so, buddy. What do you think? Asterisk Max shrugged and said, I like her. She brings snacks and doesn't talk to me like I'm a baby. Asterisk that was Max's version of approval. Ryan smiled. Asterisk later that evening, Jenna woke up, eyes fluttering open as she saw Ryan and the kids playing with building blocks on the floor. Asterisk I didn't mean to fall asleep, she murmured, embarrassed. Asterisk he looked up, warm and reassuring. You're safe here. You can rest. Asterisk she blinked again, this time not from sleep, but from something she hadn't felt in a long time, relief. Trust. Asterisk not long after, Jenna invited Ryan to a small school event for her oldest daughter. She wasn't expecting much, just his presence, but Ryan showed up early, helped her carry snacks, and cheered louder than any dad in the room. Asterisk one of the other moms leaned over and asked, your husband? Asterisk Jenna laughed. No, just someone good. Asterisk but the label didn't matter. What mattered was how Ryan held her coat, tied a shoelace for her youngest without being asked, and drove them home because Jenna was too tired. Asterisk kindness like that, quiet, consistent, unglamorous, had stitched her heart back together without her realizing. One rainy Thursday evening, as they huddled in Ryan's tiny kitchen eating spaghetti off chipped plates, Jenna stood up suddenly. She looked at the kids, all tangled together watching cartoons in a nest of pillows, then at Ryan still in his grease-stained workshop.